Hey there, welcome back to Filmflix. Pomid here, and today we've got an awesome lineup of 5 must-watch horror movies that you absolutely can't miss. First up, we dive into a chilling mystery set in a haunted pizzeria that's guaranteed to keep you up at night. Next, we explore a suspenseful horror classic that takes you on a terrifying journey you won't forget. Then, we're delving into a gripping crime horror film based on a Stephen King story, filled with dark twists and turns. Following that, we have a nail-biting mystery thriller that'll keep you guessing until the very end. Finally, we wrap up with a highly rated horror mystery that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Trust me, each of these films is perfect for your next spooky movie night. So, grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's dive into some serious movie magic. My name's Pomid, and let's go to the video. Calling all horror fans and those curious about the popular video game franchise. Step into the creepy world of Five Nights at Freddy's 2023 on Apple TV+. While the ratings might leave you unsure, here's a closer look. A 5.5 IMDb rating is average, critics on Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic at 32% and 33% respectively are not impressed, but a surprising 89% of Google users enjoyed it. So, this film could be a fun watch for fans of the games, but manage your expectations based on the critical reception. The story brings the games to life. Sort of a troubled security guard begins working the night shift at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a once popular pizzeria that's now shrouded in mystery. As he investigates the dark secrets of the pizzeria and the haunted animatronic characters that lurk within, he uncovers a terrifying truth. Five Nights at Freddy's isn't your typical jump-scare horror movie. While the film might include some scares, it seems to focus more on the lore and suspense surrounding the FNAF universe. If you're a fan of the video games, you might appreciate the deeper exploration of the characters and backstory. The cast is a bit of a mystery. Just like the plot, there aren't many details available about the cast, so it's difficult to say how their performances are. Here's the thing to consider: critics seem to find the plot predictable and the scares underwhelming. However, fans of the video game franchise might enjoy the Easter eggs and lore references. So, if you're a diehard FNAF fan and you're excited to see the characters come to life on screen, then Five Nights at Freddy's might be worth checking out despite the mixed reviews. If you're unfamiliar with the video games and looking for a groundbreaking horror experience, this might not be the best choice. Do some research, see if the trailers pique your interest, and decide if the allure of the FNAF world outweighs the potential for a predictable plot. If so, grab some popcorn for those suspenseful moments, dim the lights, and prepare to enter the world of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza at your own risk. Where can you find this horror mystery? Streaming now on Apple TV+. Calling all horror enthusiasts and fans of suspenseful crime dramas. Unveil the chilling secrets of 1922-2017, a haunting tale streaming on Netflix. While the ratings might not be unanimous, they offer an intriguing glimpse: a solid 6.2 IMDb rating, a positive critical reception with 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, a more cautious 70% on Metacritic, and a significant 61% of Google users enjoying it. So, 1922 promises a suspenseful and thought-provoking exploration of guilt and the consequences of sin. A web of deceit and despair, adapted from a Stephen King novella, 1922 takes us back to the Nebraska plains in the early 20th century. Wilfred Wilf Cotton is a simple farmer trapped in a loveless marriage. When his ambitious wife, Arlette, threatens to take half his land in a divorce, Wilf hatches a desperate and deadly plan. He convinces his son, Henry, to help him murder Arlette. However, the guilt and paranoia that follow their gruesome act slowly consume Wilf, turning his life into a living hell. 1922 isn't your typical slasher film. The horror lies not just in the violent act itself, but in the psychological torment that engulfs Wilf. The film delves into themes of guilt, regret, and the corrupting influence of greed. Expect a suspenseful narrative filled with chilling atmosphere and a creeping sense of dread. The cast delivers powerful performances. Thomas Jane portrays Wilf with a chilling intensity, capturing his descent into madness. Dylan Schmid is equally convincing as Henry, the troubled son drawn into his father's dark scheme. Here's a thing to consider: the film is slow burn and relies heavily on atmosphere and psychological horror. If you're looking for a fast-paced gorefest, this might not be it. Additionally, the film's dark themes and disturbing subject matter might not be for everyone. So, if you're in the mood for a haunting and suspenseful horror film with strong performances and a thought-provoking story, then 1922 is a must-watch. Dim the lights, grab a blanket, you might need it to ward off the chills, and prepare to be drawn into the dark world of Wilf Cotton and the terrible consequences of his actions. Where can you find this chilling horror drama? Streaming now on Netflix. Alright, Fright fans. You ready for a spooky good time that will mess with your head? Then put on your bravest face and settle in for Smile on Paramount Plus, currently chilling at a 6.5 on IMDb. This psychological horror might not break any new ground, but it will have you hiding behind the couch and checking over your shoulder for, well, you'll see. Meet Dr. Rose Cotter, a psychiatrist who witnesses a bizarre and disturbing incident involving a patient. From that moment on, a creepy smile seems to follow Rose everywhere she goes. It starts with unsettling glimpses in the mirror, then escalates to full-blown terrifying visions. Is Rose losing her mind, or is something more sinister at play? Smile is a slow burn that relies on atmosphere and dread to keep you on edge. The constant presence of the creepy smiles and the growing sense of paranoia will have you questioning everything you see. The film doesn't shy away from jump scares, but it's the underlying mystery and the slow unraveling of Rose's sanity that will truly get under your skin. Here's the thing, Smile won't be for everyone. The scares might feel familiar to horror veterans, and the 6.5 IMDb rating reflects some mixed reviews. But if you're looking for a creepy psychological thriller that will stay with you long after the credits roll, then Smile on Paramount Plus might just give you nightmares, in a good way, of course. Just grab a flashlight, maybe a friend to hold on to, and get ready to see if you can keep smiling through the scares. Calling all horror enthusiasts and fans of suspenseful mysteries. Run, 2020, on Hulu will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Let's dissect the ratings to see what awaits. A decent 6.7 IMDb rating, a very positive critical response with 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, a lower 6.10 rating on Film Affinity, and a significant 72% of Google users enjoying the film. So, Run seems to be a crowd pleaser with a unique twist on the usual family dynamic. The unsettling plot: Chloe, a wheelchair-bound young woman, lives a sheltered life with her devoted mother, Diane. Homeschooled and dependent on her mother for everything, Chloe begins to suspect that Diane's intentions might not be entirely pure. As Chloe delves deeper, she uncovers a disturbing truth that shatters her reality and forces her to fight for her freedom. Run isn't your typical haunted house horror. The chills come from the psychological manipulation and the claustrophobic atmosphere of Chloe's controlled existence. The film explores themes of dependence, captivity, and the lengths a parent will go to for their child. Expect a suspenseful narrative filled with twists and turns that will keep you guessing until the very end. The cast delivers captivating performances. Sarah Paulson is chillingly believable as Diane, the seemingly caring but overprotective mother. Kiera Allen is equally impressive as Chloe, portraying her vulnerability, determination, and strength as she fights to uncover the truth. Here's a thing to consider: while the film is suspenseful, some viewers might find the plot predictable after a certain point. Additionally, the ending might leave some wanting more resolution. So, if you're in the mood for a suspenseful and thought-provoking psychological horror film with strong performances, then Run is worth checking out. Grab some popcorn for those suspenseful moments, settle in for a thrilling ride, and prepare to question everything you thought you knew about appearances and maternal bonds. Where can you find this captivating horror mystery? Streaming now on Hulu. Gear up for a terrifying and suspenseful horror experience with Barbarian, 2022, now chilling audiences on Netflix. Don't be surprised by the varied scores. A solid 7 IMDb rating indicates a good experience. Critics are raving with a very positive 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic is on board with a strong 78%, and a significant 81% of Google users enjoyed it. So, Barbarian seems to be a well-rounded horror flick with a unique premise and some scares to remember. A double-booked nightmare. Tess, a young woman traveling for a job interview, arrives at her Detroit Airbnb rental late at night. To her horror, she discovers the house has been double-booked and a strange man, Keith, is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the night. However, little does she know, the real terror lurks beneath the surface of this seemingly ordinary house. As they delve deeper, Tess and Keith uncover a dark and disturbing secret hidden within the walls. Barbarian isn't your typical jump-scare horror film. While there are some scares, the film focuses more on suspense, atmosphere, and building dread. The story takes unexpected turns, keeping you guessing until the very end. The film also explores themes of isolation, vulnerability, and the dangers of trusting strangers. The cast delivers stellar performances. Georgina Campbell is believable as Tess, capturing her initial apprehension and growing sense of terror. Bill Skarsgård is equally impressive as Keith, portraying a character shrouded in mystery. Here's a thing to consider: the film can be disturbing at times, with elements of violence and body horror. So, if you have a weak stomach, this might not be the best choice. So, if you're in the mood for a suspenseful and original horror film with strong performances and a clever twist, then Barbarian is a must-watch. Dim the lights, grab a friend to scream with, or a pillow to hide behind, and prepare to be surprised by the dark secrets lurking within the walls of this Airbnb. Where can you find this terrifying horror gem? Streaming now on Netflix. And that's a wrap, Filmflix fam. I hope you enjoyed this thrilling ride through some truly amazing films. Which one are you most excited to watch? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your thoughts. If you had a blast today, don't forget to hit that like button, it really helps out the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss out on the latest and greatest from Filmflix. Got any movie suggestions or topics you want me to cover next? Drop those in the comments too. Thanks for hanging out with me today. You guys are the best. Until next time, stay awesome and keep watching those movies. Peace out.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy.